So we're gonna get started on the corn for this pasta salad. So the first thing I need is I've got a pan here over medium-high heat, nice hot pan, and I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of butter or oil. I'm going butter because we're using corn and butter, best friends. So just add that right on in just to start melting down. And then we're gonna go in with our corn. You want 2 cups of corn kernels. Now, as opposed to doing like elote, which is the corn on the cob, the Mexican street corn on the cob, this is esquiles. Esquiles? I believe, yes. Which basically means those kernels have been removed from the cob. It's a little bit of a salad. You can often get it in Mexico, served in a little cup. Oh my gosh, what a dream. But I've got 2 cups of kernels here. These are fresh, taken off the cob. If you can't find fresh right now, you could totally do this with frozen. That would be beautiful. So I'm gonna add that right on into the pan. And that is the sound you want to hear. Now, when you are making this recipe, you want to have a good char on that corn, because oftentimes this is grilled. So give that a good stir. That's why we're doing it over that medium-high heat. I'm going to add in a little bit of salt just to season that up, a little bit of pepper, and then you want that to cook for about, I'd say 4 to 5 minutes, just until it's golden, a little bit charred, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. This was how I used to eat my corn when I had braces. Remember that? And you weren't allowed to eat corn on the cob, and it was the worst 2 summers of your life. This is a good way to do it. All right, that's gonna do its thing, and now we're gonna get to work on that beautiful creamy dressing. Typically, if you're having elote, the corn on the cob, this kind of mayonnaise-y mixture, that crema, is brushed on top to allow everything to stick to it, but we're actually gonna use that almost as the base dressing for this pasta salad. So into a large bowl, I'm gonna go in with 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is traditionally what is used. I love mayonnaise, I'm never mad at it. It's a little bit tangy, super delicious. So about 1/2 cup going in. Then I'm also gonna go in with 1/2 cup of sour cream. The sour cream just lightens things up a little bit, gives it a bit of a zip. Super, super tasty. Also, lightening things up with sour cream is kind of my dream scenario, because you're like, it's sour cream, Mary. It's not that light, we're good. 1/2 cup of that goes in as well. I want this to be really nice and creamy. And then into there, we're gonna go in with some seasonings. Now, I love using garlic powder. Garlic powder is great. It gives you the flavor of roasted garlic without actually having to roast garlic. So we're gonna go in with 1/2 teaspoon of that. That's gonna bring all that flavor, a little bit of sweetness. Then we're gonna go in with 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. It's gonna bring a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of spice. Absolutely beautiful. All right, give that a stir. And then for a little bit more acidity, that mayonnaise has a bit of acidity, obviously the sour cream does as well, but I wanna add in a good kick. So I'm gonna go in with the juice of a lime. Now, anytime you buy a lime, the pretty ones, those are the ones you're gonna wanna buy. This is a pretty one, always good. But you know that sad one that's been sitting in your fridge and it's looking a little not great? That's gonna be a juicy lime. Do not throw that out. That is gonna be easy to juice. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. But if you do get a lime that's a little tougher, you can either pop it into the microwave for just a few seconds to warm it up. That gets it nice and juicy, or give it a roll on the counter. This basically breaks up all those little membranes on the inside, helping you get that juice out of there a little bit better. So I'm gonna add in the juice of that lime. Oh, that's a good lime. Okay, cool. Good amount of juice. I love the lime juice. Obviously, it's traditional, absolutely beautiful. And fresh squeezed lime juice all the way. Really, really nice. Now, into there, we're also gonna go in with some of the veg, some of the deliciousness. So I've got 1/2 of an onion here. I'm using a red onion. Red onion gives you really nice color. I'm just gonna dice this up. And anytime I'm dicing an onion, I know a lot of times people will tell you that you have to do your knife down this way and then also go this way. I don't go that way. The onion's already done that for me. We've got all those layers, so that's gonna cut up easily. Just run your knife through it. If you don't love a red onion or you find it a little bit too pungent, what you can do is you can actually soak this in a little bit of cold water. That's gonna pull back on some of that punchiness and give you like a softer onion flavor. I sometimes used to do this for my husband because he didn't love red onions, but we've convinced him they're good, so I don't have to do it anymore. Always a good thing. All right, now for a little bit of extra spice and heat, I've also got about a 1/4 cup of pickled jalapenos. Now, pickling jalapenos makes it so they're not as punchy. They're not as spicy, but I'm gonna chop those up just to make them nice and fine. That popcorn, or that corn is popping. It's very exciting. There's corn all over here. You can't see it, but it's doing its thing. All right, I'm gonna chop those up, just give them a little bit of a dice. The ones with more seeds in them are gonna be a little bit spicier, but I like the heat. Perfect. Add that on in. And then we're gonna go visit this corn that's losing its marbles. Okay, do you see this little bit of color we got going on in here? This char? This is exactly what we are looking for. To be honest, we've got a swap here of some already done, but this is looking beautiful to me. It's still gonna be a little bit crispy. We've got that golden brown. So I'm actually just gonna use this. This corn is gonna go right on into that mixture. That's when I show off my muscles. Picking up a cast iron, basically one-handed. All right. That's looking beautiful. Now into there, I'm gonna go in with my pasta. This is obviously pasta salad. I've got about 225 grams of any sort of like twisty pasta here, any sort of rotini, fusilli. I'm gonna go into there with that. And this is the thing, when I am making pasta salad, please, nobody hate me, don't at me, I rinse my noodles. You know, you're not supposed to rinse your noodles if you're doing any other sort of pasta dish, but you don't want this to clump together into a big kind of mass. By rinsing it, it removes that exterior starch and gives you a nice kind of like loosey noodle, which is gonna go into the salad beautifully. All right, give that a good stir. Now into there, I need a little bit of cilantro or a lot of cilantro. I'm going in with half a cup. If you don't like cilantro, you can leave it out, but you're missing out, I'm not gonna lie. Typically, I'll say if you wanna replace the cilantro with something, you could do chives, you could do Thai basil actually works really well, but cilantro in this dish is kind of a must. So give that a good stir. And then I promised you cheese. So we have here a little bit of feta. You could also use queso fresca. You wanna use about a cup of that, add that on in, give that a good mix. And to me, this looks like kind of my dream scenario. We've got that corn from summer, we've got that cheese, the pasta. All we need to do is pop it into a beautiful bowl to serve up. Looking absolutely stunning, and this is the best. You can make this well in advance. It's just gonna get better as it sits. Serve that topped with a little extra cheese and maybe a little bit of some chili. And you are in for an absolute treat. Okay, I'm very excited about this. This is gonna be delish. So I've got my blender here, and I've got 6 cups of ice in it, ready to go. Now into there, we're going in with 1 cup of silver tequila. We're making a big cocktail. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Then I'm gonna go in with half a cup of orange liqueur. Any sort of orange liqueur you like is gonna be beautiful. This is kind of a classic situation. I'm also gonna go in with half a cup of freshly squeezed lime juice. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yum, yum.
No quinine in this one. Is that what it's called?
It's not gonna glow?
No. Quinine. Oh man, I did it wrong. There you go, we got it. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of simple syrup or agave, just about 2 tablespoons of that, just to get it nice and sweet. Now, typically when I have a margarita, I love the like salty little rim, but we're not gonna do a rim because this is a cocktail you need to drink with a straw. So I'm gonna put a little pinch of salt into here, just to balance everything out.
Yum.
Now pop that lid on, and let's see if the blender is my friend today. And it's basically an adult slushy, which we're feeling very excited about. That is looking so good. Okay, that is the perfect consistency. I have got some little jars over here. Now, y'all have to come over here because you're gonna help me finish this beautiful drink off. So I'm gonna attempt to divide this into these little guys.
I bet you this would glow under the black.
This probably would as well, I'm not gonna lie.
This looks good.
Now, how do we feel about margaritas, everybody?
Oh,
Big
I would
fan.
drink these.
Okay. Big fan. Yep, we're feeling good. What about beer? Are we fans of beer?
Yeah, nice cold beer.
A little less.
I don't like the blow.
Okay,
I feel like I will be a fan after this.
Listen, there's something so special in particular about a cerveza with that lime wedge stuck in there. So this kind of takes the need of that out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, popping that below. So this is the fun part of the Beer-Garita. We've got our frozen margarita, a cocktail as perfect as is, but everyone is going to take a tiny,
there's mine.
Little beer. Oh, I'm so sorry.
little mini.
A tiny little mini beer.
Okay.
Oh my God, so cute.
Oh, this is adorable.
This is the fun part. Everybody, you have to quickly and confidently not dump it in. You want to submerge it and flip it in there. Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay, everybody ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Honestly, that's actually delicious, guys. Isn't it nice? Now, if you do it less vigorously than me.
Like I did. I did it wrong. I didn't know I was going to throw it in.
There is no such thing as a wrong. Give it a taste. You like it? You got to get a little bit of margarita
really
in there,
good.
too. You're mainly beer. You got to give it a swirl. You're only drinking the beer part.
I'm drinking beer. I don't like beer.
There you go. He said, you're still in the beer zone.
Oh, no.
No, there we go.
I just needed a mix.
Okay. Listen, this to me is a party and a cup. Leanne and I are fans.
It's a dancing drink.
It's a dancing drink. Y'all, thank you so much. much for helping us celebrate summer parties today.
Cheers.
What a delight. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.